أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانهر إن شأنك هو الأبتر صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency, the Consul General Rob Silverstein, the Commissioner Karachi, President Riyaz Saab, PACC, elite business individuals I can see, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for being here at PACC. It's kind of an odd time, so I don't want to get into a long welcome speech because it's we are already 25 minutes late, and I hate to be starting an event late. So thank you for coming. Welcome to PACC. PACC has been there for almost from 1957 till today, and it's been one of the institution that enjoys the support of the Consulate of US and the Pakistan community at large, having all kinds of courses available here for the students. And most of us who have traveled abroad for schooling have taken our TOEFL or SAT over here. And this has been an institution which has been a leader, has been sending students to United States for education. And the best part about it, that most of our students are coming back, and we've got a one program officer who's the individual. She's right here, and she has come back from graduating from Columbia and many quite a few universities. She has done masters, and she's back, and now she's assisting us at the PACC. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.
Around 150 years ago, the first stamp was initiated in the United States in 1857. And the photograph was of Benjamin Franklin. And after that, in 1850, then 1860, again with a photograph of George Washington. So it is just 150 years or 60 years. Things have changed so much that a stamp were in the business, and they wiped away and they vanished within 150 years. 150 years ago, we had no right or wrong shoes. There were no bathrooms in England. There was no aeroplane. So within this small century and a half, things have changed so much that they haven't changed in 1,000 years ago. Such an important century, and we are part of it, thank God. Now I invite the person who has arranged all this exhibition, and he has a number of awards to his credit. And the first is Tamgha Imtiaz in field of philately, which is the highest honor for Pakistan, Tamgha Imtiaz. 3 times large gold medal in World Stamp Exhibition from 2004 to 2006. 9 times gold medals in World Stamps Exhibition from 2000 to 2019. So I would now, without much ado, I would invite Mr. Arif Balgamwala to please tell us what's all about this.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellency, Commissioners, President, and all my friends who are here, I will tell how did I started. In 1970, I was very small collector and I used to buy very little stamps. One day I bought it one big collection, and again I will say today is the place where I should tell. I was in St. Patrick's School, and I want to make my notes, so I went to American Library. There was one library near to the Marriott Hotel. In there I went and I saw somebody who was in the council. At that time I did not know who was that. But he showed me, and he saw my collection, and he wanted to buy at that time, which I bought it for 5,000 rupees. He wanted to buy some stamps for 50,000. So I was surprised. I said, no, I don't want to sell. And in this way, I started the stamp collecting. But what I have done in Pakistan, I will tell you, nobody have done till now in the world, which I make my collection. Like we have to put the stamps, then we have to put some detail, then the pictures. And this teach what is the country. Like suppose if it is USA, if somebody is not been to USA, he will know total history of the USA sitting here and looking the collection. And when you go there, he will find the real thing. So this is the thing which I teach the people. I went to the world, many exhibition. I got the highest award. And in my country, the president at that time was Zadari. They gave me for my research work in the field of philately. I'm the only person till now to get in the field of philately, Tamga Imtiaz. And I have done in every national day of every countries like Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Bangladesh, their national day, same similar collection I have made it, and people used to see, and then they have appreciate their country. Even I got one of the best collection of the coin, and now I am doing very soon with Commissioner Joint Karachi. What is Karachi? And I got some postcards from 1850 when the Karachi was with water. Only you go from the governor house, you will see the water, nothing else. So I got that postcards and everything when I used to go for this. This is my just passion. My business is dye stuff. I have been to Chamber of Commerce for a diplomat committee and also a lot of forums. I was a chairman for the dyes and chemical. So this is a thing, and this is my passion. I want to do for my country, even for my other countries. When I went to USA, I showed my collection of this some USA flag. Some people say we don't know, we are US citizen, but we don't know what is the flag. You know, you have done something, even Pakistani, and you have done it. So they appreciate me like this. And I am today grateful to PACC also, because they have done in the first time in the history of PACC, nearly 60 years, this stamps collection. And they have done it very well. And I'm thanks to Jilani and all other people who have done it. And thank you, Excellency and Commissioner, for you to come here and make my program successful. God bless you.
The people of Karachi always grumbling about many things and difficulties. But we are thankful to God that we have a great commissioner of Karachi, and it's a pure good luck to us. Mr. Iftikhar Ali Shalwani has been very kind, very interested in cultural and social and academic activities. And I have seen him a number of times taking interest, taking initiatives. So I would request him to please just a few words, sir. Mr. Iftikhar Shalwani, Commissioner Karachi, please.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm still nursing a bad throat after the marathon. But at the outset, His Excellency, Mr. Robert Sylvester, as we call him Rob, and Christina, the President PSCC, esteemed member of the civil society. I see very familiar faces, all dear friends, and from the business community. A very good afternoon. First of all, let me say I know Mr. Balgamwala ever since I have been in Karachi since 2016 when I came to Karachi to work. So since 2016 now, I have met him many times socially and professionally as well. But he has always been very impressive and always been telling about his passion for stamp collection. I know as a student, I did that, but I lost that passion when I maybe joined college. But when I read about him and he tells that he started it as his childhood and he continued up till now when he's doing his own business. So that is really passion. And I really think both your profession and your passion, they are so important in your life. And if one person who side by side with his profession can carry out his passion, and I think that is a great fulfillment of his dream. So I'm grateful to the PSCC to have organized this wonderful event, and to US Consul General to have come here to grace this occasion. And I assure you, the Karachi city, whatever we are doing in Karachi, in fact, I was just thinking about that, the first street library that we have opened in Karachi, that should that should have your footprint as well. And please send me something which we can really display over there, because we'll be opening such street libraries in almost every district of Karachi now. and we have receiving so many invitations of philanthropists. So we'll do that, and thank you so much, everyone, for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Iftikhar Sahab. Now this is the time for the chief guest here. I would request, on behalf of PACC, to the Consul General of the United States of America, Mr. Robert Silberstein, to please enlighten us with your views.
I don't know about enlightenment, but I'd be happy to share some words with you. So, assalamu alaikum, everybody. So I'm really pleased to be here with the Commissioner of Karachi, Mr. Iftikhar Shilwani. And I have to say that, so I arrived in Karachi at the beginning of August of last year. And even in that very short time, it's been really tremendous to see the positive impact that he has made on the city. He talked about the library, all these great billboards. We have two up in front of the consulate ourselves, USA Hearts Karachi, that we did in cooperation with the commissioner's office. The civic pride, the marathons, it's all incredible. And I think we owe him, all of us as citizens of this great city, a big round of applause, and thank you. Thank you. And of course to Mr. Arif Balgamwala for organizing the stamp exhibition and keeping the history of Pakistan and the US alive through the beauty and the power of philately. And of course, thank you to the PACC for everything that you do, including supporting and organizing this great event. So I grew up collecting stamps as a little boy, just like the commissioner did. And I never thought to do what Mr. Balgamwala has done in terms of collecting them and categorizing them in all sorts of different ways. They're just in different albums, but I loved it. And I actually had the opportunity, which is why we were delayed a little bit, to take a sneak peek at the collection, or just like a little bit of the collection, which I imagine is like millions of stamps. Yeah. And it's really impressive. And what you get out of stamp collecting is you learn about art, you learn about culture, you learn about sport, you learn about history. All those things come alive through the beauty of that little piece of paper. You also learn about economics. So this is in between World War I and World War II in Europe. Germany went through this very difficult transition, hyperinflation it's called, where the price is just going up every day by tremendous amounts under the Weimar Republic it was. So I remember this from a boy, that I got stamps from the Weimar Republic, and they were overprinted. So it was like 1 Deutschmark on the stamp, but then it had 1 billion Deutschmarks printed on it. So, you know, when you talk about hyperinflation, right, you don't think it's this concept. But when you get that stamp, when you see the overprinting, you kind of get a sense of what the reality might have been for people who were trying to buy a loaf of bread or buy a stamp to mail something to a loved one. So for a young kid who's interested in history and international relations and all of that, it's this interesting window into thinking about the lives of other people in other places around the world. So in addition, stamp exhibitions across the world are used to commemorate important historical milestones. So in 2011, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong on this, Pakistan introduced a stamp to celebrate the 100th birthday of Dr. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin. Is that right? Okay, thank you. The spiritual leader of the Dawoodi Bohra community. And of course, there's all sorts of other commemorative stamps like that, as we will see when you all take a look at the exhibit. In Atlanta, Georgia, women leaders in philately gathered to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment to the US Constitution that gave women the right to vote. And since Yesterday was the birthday of our great civil rights leader, Martin Luther King. I should also note that our U.S. Post Office has issued a series of stamps honoring him, as well as iconic movements from our own civil rights movement and that crusade. So it's a way not only for Americans to honor their history and people who have contributed to history, but for others who may not otherwise know about some of our struggles to appreciate and learn about that part of our culture. So these are examples of how stamps can be used to honor individuals who contribute to society, to highlight important events, and bring cultures and people together. So it's in that same spirit that we're all here today. And again, what you have done, sir, in bringing out through stamps the shared history and sort of interest of the United States, the people of the United States and the people of Pakistan, and by bringing us together on issues related to arts and culture. So I'm especially happy that we're gathered here at the Lincoln Corner PACC. Lincoln Corners around Pakistan are a place for arts and cultural programs connecting Pakistanis to America, and spaces for various other activities and programs on economic empowerment, entrepreneurship, higher education, capacity building, women's empowerment, and many, many other issues. So in addition to a full week of training during the Global Entrepreneurship Week, the PACC Lincoln Corner conducts 3 to 5 entrepreneurship programs a month. Did I get that right? Yes. All right. At least, I'm told, reaching over 3,500 Pakistanis last year. So one of the questions that we consistently get, and sorry, I tend to talk a little bit, so I'll try and keep it shorter. But one of the questions we consistently get is, well, what has the United States done for Pakistan? And this is kind of a small example of, well, a lot of the things that we do sometimes are below the radar. We don't necessarily build a lot of big dams or roads or things like that. But training 3,500 Pakistanis a year on how to be better entrepreneurs is the gift that we'll keep on giving to Pakistan, because those people will build great businesses, they will hire other Pakistanis, they will train more Pakistanis, and they will make this country stronger and more prosperous. So that's just one of many examples of the ways that we contribute to Pakistan's prosperity. So if you look in the back of the room, or when you leave, I don't want everybody to break their necks turning around, but in the back of the room is one of these efforts that we're trying to support economic development. So we're building what's a technology lab here with a 3D printer and other tools to help encourage STEM education. So again, all this could not be done without the PACC. So you are an incredible partner for us. So shukriya for that. And together we create these wonderful stories that help bring our countries together. So thank you to all of you for including us in this wonderful event. I look forward to seeing the stamps again, and shukriya.
We have done very strange programs here in this Lincoln's Corner. I think 2 years ago, we celebrated the birthday of Abraham Lincoln, 12th February. And I was the one who acted as Abraham Lincoln, wearing the coat and big cap. So it was a great fun. Now I would invite President Makhdoom Riaz to please present the memento to the Consul General, please.